Hello YouTube, my name is Quincy Carrier, and these are my top 5 first adjustments to first moving to LA. So I just got here about 5 days ago, and I'm just gonna let you guys know some of the first things I learned that were true that you always hear, or some things that you don't hear but are true about living in LA and being a first timer in LA. So here we go. Number 5. Okay, the traffic is nuts. And I know you hear LA traffic is crazy, it's slow all the time. That's very true, and don't underestimate that. I thought it would just be crazy, but like not that crazy. But it's crazy and that crazy plus another crazy times crazy too, divided by some crazy. It's crazy. It's just crazy. It's insane. There's traffic everywhere. There was traffic to get into LA, and there was traffic to get off of the highway in LA, and then there was traffic to get to the stoplight. Then there was traffic at the Walmart parking lot. Then you go into the Walmart, walk around, get some groceries. There's traffic at the groceries. Then you get your groceries, walk all the way up to the counter, and there's traffic at the checkout lane. And then you get out your counter, you think, oh yeah, it's good, until you realize this is LA. They don't sell bags here in Walmart. So then you have to go to the other part of the store, get the bags and everything, and then there's traffic to get to that, and then you get out and you get your groceries and you get everything. And oh, by the way, now it's 5 o'clock because you just spent 3 hours inside the Walmart because you didn't know to get anything. And rush hour. Traffic is crazy. That one more serious example of the traffic though is I was at UCLA, just looking around the campus, seeing it. And I thought, okay, I'm going to go to USC. And, you know, UCLA to USC on GPS is like 11 miles away. I'm like, oh, cool, 25 minutes. That thing popped up and said 55 minutes. And it took me an hour and 15 minutes. The GPS was wrong, and I thought the GPS couldn't be right. It was an hour and 15 minutes to get there. So just when you move here and you're like, yeah, traffic's crazy, believe that. Because it is, and it's nuts, and you need to plan for that. So traffic is nuts, and it's always nuts. Like there's literally never a backup. Like the only way you can do the speed limit in LA is if you're Al Collins and you have OJ in the backseat. That's the only way you're doing the speed limit. Other than that, you're gonna be going 25 miles per hour on the highway. So yeah, it's bad. Second thing I realized about being here in LA is that there is a ton of street parking everywhere. Like I expected it in downtown LA. I expected it in parts near downtown LA. But then you get into Burbank, you get in North Hollywood, even in Encino, California, which is a little bit away from all the stuff. You have to street park. You can't not street park. So if you don't like parallel parking, well, you got to get used to that. There's a ton of street parking that you have to do. Most of it's not metered that I've run into, but that just might be my first week. But yeah, you don't really have to pay for it, and there's always a good amount available, so it's not hard finding the street parking, but you are going to have to get used to parking on the street, because even in the smaller parts of LA, there is a ton of street parking that you have to do. They build a lot of parking lots, but then they're privatized, and I don't know. You just got to park on the street a lot. So get used to that. Practice your parallel parking if you want to move out here, because you got to do a ton of street parking, man. Ton. It's not bad, though. You know, most of the time you can pull right in, but, you know, learn how to parallel park so you can do street parking and not ding up cars. Number 3, and I'm sure you've heard this one before, LA is really expensive. And yes, the rent is ridiculous, and the gas is ridiculous. I think it's like $3 an average, and that if you find something that's $2.95 a gallon in LA, that's a bargain. Like I stop and I go into that gas station if I see $2.95. That's how bad the gas prices are. In Ohio, before I left, it was like $2.15. Now it's $2.95, and I just gotta get used to it. But yeah, not only are the gas prices and the housing prices incredibly high in LA, everything's incredibly expensive in LA. Getting groceries is significantly more expensive. I used to be able to get 2 weeks worth of groceries in Ohio for $30. It's like $65 now to get the same exact things in LA because the prices are higher. Just an example, a carton of eggs in some parts of Ohio, you can get for like 55, 60 cents for 12. It's $2, and that's a great price in LA. So just a plan for that. Like even things like eating are going to be so much more expensive. McDonald's is more expensive here, and it's McDonald's. Like everything is more expensive. So keep that in mind. Second thing I learned is that the housing market does in fact move incredibly fast. And I know you hear videos about this if you're planning to move out here, that yes, the housing market moves fast. The housing market moves fast. It moves really fast. You need to be ready. That's true. Not a lot of people are ready though. Not a lot of people are ready to move that fast, especially if they're out from out of town. So you just need to come there. You need to have your checks ready. You need to have everything ready to go once you visit a house, because you're going to probably be filling out the application there, paying your $35 application fee, and hoping it's not a scam. Also, if you use Craigslist or anything, check out for scams. If any place that's saying it's a apartment is trying to make you sign the lease before you even have seen the apartment, or you ask them, hey, can I see the apartment? And they're like, they give you this whole 40-page stop story. They're probably trying to scam you. If they don't let you see the apartment, they don't have a legit number, just don't bother. It's probably not legit. Don't deal with it. Be smart, be safe, don't be too desperate. Find an Airbnb you can stay in until you find something, or, figure it out. But just don't be desperate, and don't be too vulnerable to malicious people trying to take advantage of you because you're trying to find housing. You're going to find that this market moves very fast, and the apartments aren't very big, but they are very expensive. So when you're looking for apartments, just keep what you can control and what you want in mind. If you want to live in a certain area, keep that in mind. And if you need certain amenities, keep that in mind, but also keep the price range in mind. Like for me, I just need to find a place that was in the North Hollywood, Burbank kind of side of LA. And then I want a place with a stove and a kitchen. I just need a full kitchen. I need some kind of kitchen there. So keep that in mind. Know what those wants are going to cost you in terms of average rent, and don't settle for less. Just figure it out and find your place, and you'll find your apartment that way. I don't know. This isn't an apartment finding video. I haven't made that yet. When I find an apartment, I'll make that video. So yeah, housing market moves very fast. So you need to know what you want. You need to know how much you want it for, and you need to know how to go forward with that. So have all your information ready. Every time you visit an apartment, just assume that you might have to do the application right there. So have everything ready. And the last thing, and the most mind-blowing thing, because I knew there was a lot of Spanish people in LA, but you don't really know how much speaking Spanish is very important down here compared to other parts. I'm from Ohio. Nobody speaks Spanish in Ohio. But here, it's the second language, and a lot of people speak that a lot better than English here. And you'll go to a lot of stores where their first language is Spanish, and they try with English, but it is what it is. So you just need to learn a little bit of Spanish. I would recommend learning enough to get by, basic conversation, be able to order your food in Spanish, ask for directions, because it is almost like being in a different part of the country, like a different country sometimes, how much Spanish is so commonly spoken here, and everybody's bilingual here. Even like the cashier at a grocery store or a dollar store. Learn a little Spanish if you're going to be here. It's going to be very useful. Ton of people speak Spanish here. So even if you just want to learn it to learn Spanish, it'll be a lot easier to learn it here because there's more opportunities to speak it natively here. So yeah, learn a little Spanish. I think it will go a long way here. I'm going to try to learn some while I'm here too. Those are my first 5 things I learned from moving to LA in the first 5 days. Tell me what you thought in the comment section down below. If you want me to continue these series of top 5s as I go along in my adventure in LA, please comment down below. Let me know that you want more, and let me know what you want me to talk about in the 5 things that I learned during this road trip in the comments down below. So thank you for watching the video. Please check out more. Check out my reel. Check out my projects, and have a good day.